I start all that over?
What do you mean?
I kind of hate what I just did.
Okay.
Should I start over?
Okay.
Yeah. Hi folks, welcome to week 10 of the Collaborative CSA. We're gonna make a Mexican street corn potato salad. It's gonna be delicious. So we have all this gorgeous corn, these beautiful summer potatoes, these little tiny ones. I don't wanna cut them. I wanna roast them whole later this week and eat them alongside, I don't know, some chicken or fish or something. So we're gonna just put the little guys aside. But we've got corn, potatoes, we have some awesome serrano peppers, big beautiful kale, we have cilantro, we have a few more of these awesome torpedo onions, and some beautiful heirloom tomatoes, look at these. And my favorite squash ever, I love that Ken and Alita grow these. This is a trombetta squash. I like to wear them around my neck when I'm at the farmer's market. They are delicious. We're not gonna cook this today, but they taste a bit like an artichoke. They're kind of firm, and I like to just saute them. Like, don't do anything crazy with these. Don't put them inside of a stew. I mean, you could, but if you just trim these up and toss them in some olive oil in a hot pan with salt and garlic, you will be so happy. They're delicious. All right, so we are gonna start by cooking the potatoes in heavily salted water. In the kitchen, we like to say, salt it like the sea. So in this pot of water, I'm gonna put so much salt, literally until it tastes like the ocean. Just like tons of salt, especially for something like a potato salad. Gonna make it taste delicious. So we're just gonna chop up our potatoes into a potato salad shape. In a perfect world, all of our pieces are about the same size. That way they cook about the same. I do like it to be pretty tightly bite-sized. These feel so good to cut through. You can just feel the freshness and creaminess of these wonderful potatoes. It's nice to put your potatoes in the water when it's cold, so that as it starts to heat up, the starches do the right thing. It's just the best way to cook a potato, I've been taught. While the potatoes are cooking, we're gonna grill the corn. It's great to just do that on the grill if you've got that going this summer. Otherwise, you can put it in the oven under the hot broiler and just get a little color on it. All right, so these are gonna go in the oven with just a little bit of oil and salt on it. We're gonna cut up one serrano pepper. So when you go to squeeze a lime, you want to like really press it down and break up all those little cell walls inside. You'll get a lot more juice out. 1/2 teaspoon of chipotle powder. Not too much, it's spicy. We're going to add about 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Once your potatoes are cooked, they will keep cooking if you don't cool them off. So you can either go a little al dente knowing that, or you can toss them in with some ice and get them to cool down real quick so that they don't overcook and turn into mush. Get them in that creamy mayonnaise dressing that we made with the lime juice and chipotle, tiny bit of salt, and the serranos and the onions. So we get that all mixed up so those flavors go into the potatoes while they're warm, and the oils can be absorbed into the starch. about parsley last week, cleaning your blood, cilantro will pull heavy metals out of your system. So I like to eat a lot of cilantro too. All the herbs are just absolute powerhouses of nutrition. So I just chop cilantro right up, the stems and all, just like I do the parsley, very, very close together so that you're just getting a very tiny little mince. You don't want big pieces of stem, that's not appetizing, but a tiny little mince is a wonderful thing. So we're just gonna put some in. All right, we're gonna make a little massaged kale to put under the salad. And this is another one, I'm gonna treat it just like the cilantro and parsley. I'm gonna mince it way down because it'll be so much more pleasant to eat if it's very soft. And it'll be so much easier to make soft if it's minced way down. This is another thing you can meal prep at the beginning of the week. You can just massage your kale down with some oil and olive oil and salt and lemon juice. And you can add honey if you want. That's a delicious thing to add a little sweetness in there. And then that kale, you know, unless you're cooking kale over the week, then you want to leave it raw and cut it bigger probably. But if you just have this all marinated, it's just an instant salad. You can just throw this on a bowl of rice or with your eggs in the morning or whatever. So I'm just gonna give that little oil dressing, some salt, and a little acid to break it down. And just give it a nice massage. All right. So we'll just put a little bit of kale, massaged kale. Yum, yum, yum. Get our greens. And we're gonna put our delicious Mexican street corn potato salad right up in the middle of a mountain. All right, we're just gonna mix the sour cream with a little lemon juice, make a little drizzling sauce. And drizzle it over our dish. And sprinkle a little cotija. That's a Mexican crumbling cheese. You can also use feta. A little extra cilantro on top for prettiness. And I am having a last minute inspiration to add some delicious heirloom tomato to our plate. The color will be beautiful and it will taste delicious. I say delicious a lot. What are some other words for delicious? Yummy, tasty. Is heirloom tomato another word for delicious? I think maybe. I would never want to put a tomato on my plate without a little bit of salt right over the top. Ta-da! It's really good. Yummy? Mm-hmm.